We need look no further for proof than the unemployment figures released today from my home state of Michigan, an unemployment number which has climbed to 11.6% and has seen tens of thousands of my friends and neighbors lose their jobs. As people know, Michigan is an automotive and manufacturing state. We get sicker quicker and we heal more slowly in difficult times. But I encourage them to make no mistake. What happens in Michigan will happen in the rest of America, and we cannot let that continue. One of the things that has caused the current crisis we are in is a theory. Many of us have heard it. Namely, it is the theory that some institutions are too big to fail. And yet, after the loss of millions of jobs and the expenditure of hundreds of billions of taxpayer dollars, we find out that these institutions were in fact not too big to fail. They were too big to succeed. Over the decades, this problem has arisen. And yet, if we look back over those same decades, there were voices of reason warning us that we should seek a more humane economy. And I quote one of those individuals: "Even as the drive toward bigness and concentration has reached heights never before dreamt of in the past, we have come suddenly to realize how heavy a price we have paid in overcrowding and pollution of the atmosphere and impersonality, in growth of organizations, particularly government, so large and powerful that individual effort and importance seem lost, and in loss of the values of nature and community and local diversity that found their nurture in the smaller towns and rural areas of America. And we can see that the price has been too high. Bigness, loss of community, organizations and society grown far past the human scale. These are the besetting sins which threaten to paralyze our very capacity to act, our ability to preserve the traditions and values of our past in a time of swirling, constant change. Therefore, the time has come when we must actively fight bigness and overconcentration and seek instead to bring the engines of government, of technology, of the economy fully under the control of our citizens, to recapture and reinforce the values of a more human time and place. It is not more bigness that should be our goal. We must attempt rather to bring people back to the warmth of community, to the worth of individual effort and responsibility, and of individuals working together as a community to better their lives and their children's future. It is the lesson that government can follow the leadership of private citizens, that men who are citizens in the full sense of the word need not belong to the government in order to benefit their community. And it is the lesson that if this country is to move ahead, it will not be by making everything bigger, not by piling all our people further on top of one another in huge cities, not by reducing the citizen to the role of passive consumer and recipient of the official version, the official product. These were the words spoken on September 17, 1966, of the junior senator from New York, Robert Francis Kennedy. Today, as we seek a better world and a more humane economy, we should remember his words. For after trillions of dollars in potential government expenditures, the amassing and concentration of power in Washington, we can see that we are no better off, as the unemployment figures in Michigan portend. What we really have to do is realize that as the dot-com bubble was replaced by the housing bubble, we must not attempt to replace the housing bubble with a government bubble. For when that bubble bursts, what will be left? What we need to do is seek a way to free the entrepreneurial spirit of the American people, to allow them with their own hands and genius to rebuild their lives, to rebuild and restore order, opportunity, and prosperity to our chaotic economy, and to preserve the cherished America we all call home. We will. Mr. Speaker, I yield back the balance of my time.